What's wise? What's wise? What's wise? What's wise? What's wise, my people? What's wise? What's wise? Back again, at it again, back again, back again. Push them likes, push them likes, push them likes, and subscribe to the page. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues for you guys to be wise too. This Wise Talk podcast, and I'm the wise guy, not the fool. Ha 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 ha. Swear to God on my blood. We're going to talk about a few things today. I may get off the subject or I may not. I may stay on it. It all depends. We're going to talk about stop looking like money if you don't want no one to ask you for money. That's what we're going to talk about today. Stop looking like money if you don't want no one to ask you for your money. That's what we're going to talk about today. We got these people out here today, that gets angry at certain people when they ask them for a couple of dollars. I'm going to give you a story about this situation that happened one day when I was pulling up in the store. I pulled up at 7-Eleven on Heffernan and Western, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You know what I'm talking about. There'll be people sitting outside at this 7-Eleven store, right? So the day I pulled up at this store, it was this lady that walked up on me, and she said her car ran out of gas, and she needed $5 so she can get some gas for her car. And when I looked at her, I told her this. Well, let me say, I jumped the gun. I'm finna go back to why she asked me for some money first. So we're gonna have to delete that. I jumped the gun. We gotta go back to the story now. I pulls up in 7-Eleven. I think this days I'm in my drop top Camaro with 24s on it, looking nice, looking clean and all this. So that's the reason why she asked me for the money, because I was looking like I had some money. You know what I'm saying? Now back to this story. As I pulled up into this store, she ran straight to me and said, "Hey, I need $5 so I can get some gas to get back to the other side of town," is what she told me. So as I looked at her, I recognized she didn't need the $5. She needed $5 for something else. So what I told her was this right here. Next time you see a person like me, just tell me you need $5. Don't come in line to me telling me about anything else. So I say 2 or 3 days went by. I pulls up again in my old Camaro, you know what I'm saying? She came right on out to me this time and said it straight up. "Hey, let me get $5. I said, "What you need this $5 for?" She told me I just needed to go to the liquor store. I pulled out $5 and gave it to her. The moral of this story is right here. If you're looking like money, they're gonna ask you for your money. And I'm gonna go back and tell you another story. Same situation. But this situation right here, I done picked up a little weight on me at this time, you know what I'm saying? So instead of me driving to the store, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and walk to the store. So as I walk into this store this day, I'm seeing the people in front of 7-Eleven again, hanging out. running to cars, asking people for money and stuff like that. But as this day, like I say, I'm walking to the store. So shoot, I'm walking there and walk up to the store. Nobody asked me for nothing. They asking everybody else who looked like they got money for a couple of dollars. So what I'm saying is this right here. Yes, I know you want to look nice. Yes, I know you want to ride in nice things. Yes, I know you want to wear your diamond rings and your diamond whatever else. I already know this. But if you don't want people to be asking you for your money, stop looking like you got money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say to this story right here. Stop looking like money if you don't have any money to give or don't want to give any money. Something jumped to my head. We're finna get off the subject a little bit. And we're gonna talk about something that popped up in my head just a while ago. I've been watching these other podcast shows. How some of our brothers run around here trying to be Superman. Some of them running around here talking about you can't drop your flag. Some of them said once you're in it, you can't get out of it. This is what I'm hearing on podcast shows. So I'm going to tell you this story about some of these guys that's trying to tell these stories about they tough. It all started back in 89, 88, I want to say. Coming straight out of North Highlands, on the north side of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like I said, we got these guys that came down here from the west side. You know what I'm saying? They come down to North Highlands. And what a lot of people don't know about North Highlands, before all the gangbanging started, it was family organized. And what I mean by family organized, you had the Fishers. Well, let me say that wrong. Delete that. I got to go to us first. You had them Tisworths and them Clayton family up in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what you had first. Then you had them Fishers. You had the Bowies. You had the Russells. So we family. It was like a fist, knocking down anything that came up on us. Well, I wasn't. I was a kid looking at it. Let me say it that way. So they knocking down walls, what I'm saying, man. North Highlands was came with rules and regulations, man, about what North Highlands really about. So I'm gonna get back to this story, what I've been seeing on YouTube. How they want to say they the hardest and they the killers and they the realers and all this and all that. Like I said a couple of episodes ago, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. There's killers everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? But like E40 say, yeah, I said E40, I'm gonna give him a shout out. Much love to my guy E40, you know what I'm saying? Grew up listening to that man. Some of these guys in the mirror practicing looking hard. You know what I'm saying? Hitting these weights, getting all buff and big. Then come to these little country towns, you know, like y'all Superman. Well, y'all tried that in North Highlands, in Oklahoma City. Yeah, I said it. And I was a kid at this time looking in at it. The story go like this. Yeah, some guys from the west side, west coast, come up in our hood in North Highlands. As I was a kid, I'm looking at all this happening, right? So I'm looking at all this happening. They come in, doing their thing. But let me say this, North Highland guys was already doing their things way before they even come around. You know what I'm saying? So let me say that first of all. North Highland was already doing their thing before anybody came around. Family organized, MOB. You know what I'm talking about? Boss of all bosses. G's of all G's. Yeah, but let me go back to this. Yeah, they come down with their little old stories about how they come down with their little old backpacks filled up. You know what I'm saying? So they come around with their backpacks full up, try to do what they do, put people out, do this and do that. They put a few people out, all that. One thing about it though, like I say, yeah, I'm saying it, that Tisworth and them Clayton family, much love to the Tisworths on the west side. LA, Oakland, Omaha, Nebraska, Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Atlanta, Georgia, Texas, North Carolina. I can go on and on. Yeah, we think. Much love to them Claytons and Chapmans down there in Muskogee and Reese Edition. Get back to this story. Okay. They come down with their backpacks, like I said, doing their thing. Well, I had a big kinfolk, you know what I'm saying? He used to run around smoking his primos, but he wasn't really off into the hardcore of it. He just smoked his little primos and chill out. Cause this one day, dude from the West Coast dude trying to come down. They already down in our hood talking, you know. But little stocky dude tried to talk noise to my kinfolk, my older kinfolk, right? My kinfolk was by himself when he's talking this noise. And this guy, he was with his West Coast partners, stocky guys and all that, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the story goes back to this. He's talking noise to my kinfolk, but kinfolk told him, hey, I'll be back. I'll be back. So what he went and did, got his brother, he went and got my brothers, and a couple of other guys in the family that was older than me. I'm on my bicycle watching all this. This is how I know. I was a kid watching all this, you know. So I'm on my bicycle. So my family got their shoes on. Some of them didn't have their shoes on, so they put them on. They all walked down the street where these guys from the West Coast was at. I said they about 6, 7, probably 8 deep. We probably about 12 deep. You know what I'm saying? Family, all family. This ain't no gang banging stuff. So let's get this understood. It wasn't no gang banging. It was the family against people from the West Coast who thought they was harder than North Highlands. Nah. So let me say this. Yeah, they come down, talking noise to my kinfolk. Kinfolk say, I'll be back. Went and got my family, everybody, the older family. Walked on back over there and told all of them to come outside. Yeah, I said it. Told all of them to come outside. And this had to be in what, 88, 89. So I'm saying this had to be the day ones or maybe the second gen, I don't know. Maybe the second gen, you know what I'm saying? So it had to be the second gens from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Kinfolk told y'all come on outside. So they came on outside. They all didn't want to fight. So what they did was made the guy, stocky guy that was talking noise to my kinfolk come on outside and fight my kinfolk on a one-on-one fight. So I'm looking at this all as a kid, watching these West Coast guys come down from wherever they from. I ain't gonna shout them out like that because not all of them move the same way. So let me say this, say that. So they come down, talking that gangster stuff, to some family members that is already not gangsters and mafioso and get it from my father. Like I told you, the boss of all bosses. So that's what they didn't know. So let me say that. So they got a fair one in the middle of the streets. I'm watching it on my bicycle. Kinfolk walking this guy all up and down the street. Stocky guy just walking him up and down the street. Walking him, boom, 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 bam. I swear to God on my blood. It got to the point to his homeboys stopped the fight. So after that, the West Coast guys got to respect the family. You know what I'm saying? They got to respect the family. They had to respect the family, or it wasn't gonna be no more hanging out in North Highlands anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how that went down. And I'm from North Highlands. I was a kid at this time watching all this. So these guys up here talking this tough talk, you can't drop your flag and all this and all that. Man, y'all need to understand, y'all got kids looking up to y'all. And one thing that you got to do is keep it real with yourself. That flag you talking about you can't drop, it only came with a bunch of snitches, a bunch of backstabbers, a bunch of fake friends, a bunch of people that'll turn you in right now today because you represent that flag. So I'm here to tell y'all today, if ain't nobody else gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm 50 years old today, so I done lived that same life that you say that you live. I didn't need your plugs. I didn't need you. You don't have to bang. Throw the flag in the trash. Because don't nothing come positive with that flag. Not a thing at all come positive when you supporting that flag. You support niggas that'll turn you in, that'll backstab you, come fuck on your baby mama when you're not around. All that old type of snake shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, forgive me on that cussing. It kind of got to me a little bit. Because I keep watching this stuff on this podcast, how you guys is letting these kids think y'all just tough, man. Everybody tough. Let's let these kids see something different than everybody trying to be tough. W.I, cricket letter, the E. I'm the wise guy. You understand what I'm saying? Hurt people. Hurt other people. So maybe some of you guys is just hurt. Putting the flag in y'all's pocket trying to hurt other people. Because the outcome of it all, the experience that I saw, the things that I saw with my two eyes, did nothing come out of wearing no flag. Not nothing at all come from there at all. Nothing came from that at all. Not nothing. So I'm here to tell y'all that today because some of these people out here on these podcasts is trying to get their views up, you know, get their repetition up. When I feel this right here, you know, if you truly out there at a young age back in the 80s, say the early 90s, if you truly was out there doing your thing, really out there doing your thing, here in this 2025, I got brothers right now that you can't even call them their street names no more. They'll get mad at you. You gotta call them by their government name. Walk up to them and call them a street name that they used to go by. You better be prepared for whatever's gonna happen. So I'm not the only one that's saying how this street stuff didn't pay off and it was stupid. I was once a fool too. Not that fool no more. I'm the wise guy. You know what I'm talking about? So we're gonna get off of that story. I just had to say that, jump back into my mind about that old story right there, you know what I'm saying? Back to what I was saying about stop looking like money. Stop looking like the money if you don't want nobody to ask you for your money. You know what I'm saying? This morning, I'm gonna share something with y'all too. This morning, I woke up this morning, right? When I woke up this morning, I wasn't thinking about what I was doing, right? I just did something without thinking about it. So after I done it, a sign, a voice inside of me said, man, don't do that. Go back and undo that. Don't leave that like that. Then the other voice said, man, I don't care about that. Do what you need to do and keep moving. The other sign said, hey, nah, man, go fix that. I shared that story to say this. We all have a voice inside of us. We have a voice inside of us that let us know when we're doing right and when we're doing wrong. Sometimes we do things without thinking about it. But after you do the things that you do without thinking about it, guess what? It's a sign, that voice inside of you that tells you to go undo it. Pay attention to that voice that's inside of you. I call him God. That's speaking to you. He's speaking and telling you what you should do and how you should do it and the way you should do it. Pay attention to that voice. Pay attention to that voice. Pay attention to that voice. And I'm pretty sure that voice tell you to stop looking like money too if you don't want nobody to ask you for your money. I'm pretty sure it's a voice that tell you that too. And I was watching the news this morning and they was talking about the aliens is coming back. Got everybody talking about aliens is coming back. Everybody's talking about these aliens is coming back. What they need to be worrying about is this right here. They need to be worrying about the people that they call aliens. See, y'all don't understand this right here. I'm going to give you a story about, I say it's my opinion. My opinion may make me look like a fool too. But I'm still going to share that what makes me the wise guy. Let me show you this story about an alien. Back in the days, they say you had the 12 Jew tribes, right? You had this one tribe that would stretch their necks. You had this tribe that would put these bones in their ears, bones in their nose, do some things that they felt that they needed to do to make themselves who they wanted to be. They did these things, right? So now just imagine these people that did this tribe that did this. Just imagine them traveling over where these cavemen at, these cave people at. This would be the first time that these cave people ever saw a human being with a stretched neck, bones in their ears, different other things that they did to themselves. This may be the first time that they saw people that looked like that. These are tribes, Black Jew tribes, 12 Black Jew tribes. So some of you people need to stop worrying about aliens coming and start worrying about who they calling the aliens. Once you start understanding who they calling the aliens, you can see the scare tactics that they're trying to put on the people. And that's my third eye view on that. Open your eyes, my people. Open your eyes and understand. Scare tactics, fear, and lies is what control. Don't let lies, scare tactics, and fear control you. Do your homework. Do your homework. It's out there for you to learn it too. Be just as wise as I am. The door is open for you guys to be this way. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing, I'm going to ask this question. I want you guys to leave your answers in the comment. If you had a choice to choose wisdom or money, which one would you choose? Leave your answer in the comment. Leave your answer in the comment. And I'll share mine on the next episode. This is wise thoughts, wise moves, wise clues. For you guys to be wise too. Wise Talk Podcast. And I'm the wise guy. Not the fool. I swear to God on my blunt. And I'm out.